When Pastor Eric asked me if I would give a testimony, I was originally going to talk about how we found Federated and my own faith journey, but knowing I'm a professor and I can talk for hours on end, I only have 5 minutes for this, so instead I'm just going to talk about what I've seen and experienced in this past year and where I'm hoping that we go from here. I think Nicole would readily admit that I dragged her into this. Thea was getting older, and our lives felt like they might be settling down after the stress and turmoil of starting new careers, of learning how to be parents. The original reason for coming to church was to try finding a community as we started to reach out beyond our own immediate family. And Federated has definitely provided that. Fairly quickly after joining, we started hosting coffee hours, and were able to get to know a lot of you better. And when I found a group of like-minded men in the church and the wider community willing to talk about liberating masculinity, I knew I had found something special here. When Federated hosted a booth at the DeKalb Pride event, I saw the immense impact it had on people to hear church members tell them that they were loved because of who they were, not in spite of it. Just this past week, we started a book club to discuss the intersection of transgendered people's lives and Christianity. From our very first meeting, I can tell this is going to be a powerful force for good, and I hope many of you can join in these discussions in other ways. But I have to pause here, because even though we joined the church in this hopeful, trending positive outlook, not everything has been so positive, and this is also where Federated has really meant a lot to our family. At the start of 2023, things were looking up because Nicole was able to get a surgery that would finally correct a lot of struggles over the past few years. But all that optimism changed this spring when she got her cancer diagnosis. I'll never fully know what this time was like for her and what it continues to be like for her today. But I know as her partner and her confidant, it's been the most challenging time in my life. However, in many ways, I feel like we handled this better than many of the challenges we faced before. At least for me, having this Federated family really helped ease the burden. Whether you believe in prayers, luck, or karma, we made it through the worst and came out the other side. Many of you in this room who barely knew Nicole, Thea, or me were there at our side with your prayers, love, and support. For that, I'm eternally grateful, and I hope to return the favor in the years to come. This also gives me hope for Thea's future. If she grows into someone that doesn't fit inside the box that our culture, especially many churches, force humans into, I know she'll always have this loving family that will accept her and celebrate her for whoever she is, however her brain works, or whoever she loves. If Thea, like me, ends up fitting in and having so many privileges that allow her to flourish, I know this church will give her the space and support to use that privilege to strive for justice and fight against the systems of hatred that seem to only grow in the world around us. She has so much potential, and I know her Federated family will be there for her. So while this church was comfort in our times of need, I know that there will also be times of plenty, and especially in those times, challenge is important. When Nicole was diagnosed, she had tattooed one of my favorite phrases, "This too shall pass." For her, it was comfort in her time of need. But this phrase also is meant to humble those who are too comfortable. Church should be challenging and uncomfortable. I'm sure for all of you, the most important relationships are the most difficult. As perfect as she is, Thea challenges me daily. Nicole challenges me immensely, and I don't think she's surprised to hear that. And those two humans are the most important challenges I faced every day. If church is real, if Jesus' words matter, then they should challenge us too. Church should be difficult because, like a family, it pushes us to grow towards something better. So as my family becomes a more regular site at Federated, I hope you continue to challenge me. And I promise in return, I will challenge you and probably make many of you uncomfortable. As I've gotten to know this congregation, I see a church pushing itself past comfort into discomfort and ultimately growth. If I'm correct in that assertion, then I'm excited to join you and see where this goes. Thank you.